Hi friends, my name is Alen and I'm doing my Masters in Business Administration Professional Practice at CDU. And this presentation is as a part of my internship with Hilton in Darwin uh, in the Department of Group Reservation. And moving forward, this is the table of content. The Hilton in Northern Territory. I will be explaining the 4 properties of Hilton in the Northern Territory, and organizational structure of DoubleTree by Hilton, which I was doing my internship, and the roles and responsibility, task. In the task, I will be explaining the 6 major tasks which I did in the group accommodation department. The additional task will be associated with all the above tasks which I will be mentioning. And newly learned softwares, skills acquired, application of theoretical knowledge, reflection of graduate attributes, strength and weakness, conclusion, and reference. Okay, moving on. That's Hilton in Northern Territory. DoubleTree by Hilton Darwin, DoubleTree by Hilton Darwin, DoubleTree by Hilton Esplanade, DoubleTree by Hilton Alice Springs. These are the 4 properties which I was managing for all the groups accommodations. Okay. Here are a quick briefing of all the 4 properties of Hilton in Darwin. And Hilton Darwin has the most number of rooms, followed by Alice Springs. Hilton has got 237 and 235 for Alice Springs. So among those properties, these 2 properties has the most number of rooms. Here, the organization structure of DoubleTree by Hilton in Darwin, which I was doing. Yeah, under the general manager, my department was over there, which is the commercial group, and all my tasks were assigned by the sales manager and organized by the group reservation coordinator. And me as a group reservation administrator, I was managing all the groups accommodations. Okay, my roles and responsibilities. Okay, as a group accommodation administrator, my major roles was managing accommodation of groups. All the groups accommodation are managed in a step-by-step manner or a systematic way, and proper communication and teamwork. This was a major part of my task, because all the contracts and everything is managed by different people. So teamwork has got a lot of things to do with my role as a group reservation administrator. Moving forward, provide all relevant documents to the reception for a better customer service. From the beginning, from the contract to the end of creating all the documents, we have to provide. Me as a group reservation administrator has to follow all the relevant information to the front office. That I will be explaining in the later slides. Moving forward, task. Here I will be talking all the major tasks I did during my internship hours. Okay, creating group master. This is a major task. I would say the backbone of the group booking. Before that, the contract and SRP. SRP is a suggested rate plan, which will be doing by my coordinator. As the previous slide shows, the coordinator and the sales manager, they will be doing all the contracts and the SRP, the rate plans and everything. From there, I will be doing the create group master. In the group master, I have to mention, or I have to follow whatever they said in the contract and the SRP. To create a group master, I have to choose the appropriate group code or the SRP code for a particular group. That's how it works. in these slides, I mean, this is actually a step-by-step procedure. That's the first step, second step, followed by the other steps. So here I have to create a code, I mean a group code, and all other relevant informations which has to be in this part. That's how it follows. A group master is the first step of creating a group reservation in the on-queue system software. That's what I said. It's a backbone of a group reservation. Everything will be under the group master. Understanding of a group contract, which as I said, all the contracts will be doing by my manager and assign it to me. And I have to create a unique name code, which I said the name code. That's how the groups were identified. Okay, accuracy according to the SRP. Yeah, that's what I said. So the SRP says everything I have to follow from the SRP code. Okay, here we go. That's how we create the reservation. So creating a reservation is from the rooming list which the client will be sending to us. So according to that I will be explaining the rooming list in the next slides. But according to that rooming list, I will be creating all these reservation according to the room type and the date of arrival following on. So here, creating a platform for loading guest name. So by doing this, I will be creating a platform to enter the names of the guest, which is given in the rooming list which the client sent to us, and choose appropriate SRP for a specific group. That's exactly what I said here. Over there, I have to choose the exact group code which I did when I was creating a group master. So from the group master, the next step is creating a reservation. Okay, specify the room type according to the guest required, and create the reservation according to the check-in and check-out date. So it has to be accurate according to what I am given in the rooming list. And creating rooming list. Okay, this is the outcome of the previous step, which is creating a reservation. When I create a reservation, here it is mentioned the room type, the arrival date, departure date, and the names of the guest. So basically, this is what I was creating in the previous step, and that's the outcome. And rooming list is a list of names which we will be sending from the clients 30 days. It depends on the contract actually. 30 days prior to the arrival date of the guest. So that's according to the contract. And in this process, the name of the guest are adding to the reservation platform through creating a reservation process. That's what I said. The process or the task before I did is followed by this, which means this is the outcome of the step. I mean, outcome of what I did in the previous task. Okay, group summary sheet, GSS. GSS is actually the summary of all the details which the groups required. In this slide, I mean, in this task, on the top section, here is the name of the group and the group code, as I said, the unique code. And in this section, that will be the meal requirement, the requirements of the guest. And the third part over there, that will be the accommodation requirement. And all the other details will be here. So as I said, the group summary sheet is literally the word means the summary of the group. It will say everything according to the contract with the guest. Okay, updating group summary. This is actually a tool which we use internally in the office, which can also an internal document to identify the current status of the group. Sorry, updating by highlighting and marking once the job is done, which means this is the rooming list, and the GSS I will be talking in the next slide. no, group summary, sorry, the previous slide, the GSS, that's how it is. And once the job is done, we will be highlighting it in here just for our reference or tracking what's the status of the group. Okay, so updating the calendar. So calendar is a platform to communicate with the front office. For all the properties, front office has the access towards this calendar. Calendar acts as a reference of all the activities on a day-to-day basis. Attach the relevant document related to the groups in the calendar in the respective arrival date. This process is the last step for confirmation of a group booking in the internal operation system for a quality customer service. Basically, these colors shows the different properties. Basically, that's a double suite by Hilton Darwin, or a different color Hilton Darwin Esplanade. That's how we separate the hotels, and we will add the groups in the calendar according to the arrival dates. So that's how we communicate with the front office, saying the number of groups or details of the groups. Okay, additional task. This is a task which is actually associated with the previous task which I said, cloning. Okay. Yeah, clone booking is a process of managing a large group series during a certain time period by linking the multiple group series from a particular company into one, which is basically the cloning part. It's over there. So by cloning all the group series, there will be a number of groups are coming from a particular company. So all the groups will be cloned together by using this system, and in this system there are two different things, which is the status of a group, which is definite and tentative. If it's a tentative, the group will be still in the system, but it won't be the revenue of the group to the company won't be converted. Once it is converted, all the status, we will be changing the status into the definite, then the revenue will be added to the company's revenue. That's how the cloning works. Okay, and the following on, creating a package for a group. This is actually a part of our on-queue system. Yep, here the hotel provide various packages for the groups depending on the agreement with the hotel. There are various packages. For example, a breakfast package, internet package. There are various packages. Mostly what I was doing is creating a package for breakfast and internet. It includes breakfast, dinner as well. Dinner and internet. Okay, package has a certain time period as it is linked with the SRP of a group. As I said, SRP, the suggested rate plan, it has got a time period. At the same time, the packages will be also linked with the SRP code of a group, which means once the SRP of a group is expired, automatically the package for that group is also expiring. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a newly skill which I learned when I started or when I finished my internship. On-queue system software. On-queue system is a system which I did all my rooming list, all reservations and creating group master. Everything was done in the on-queue system software. And on-queue RNI system. This is a system software which we manage our properties. I would say inventories. In that system, we allocate our block rooms for the groups, and in this on-queue and RNI, that system software works to manage the inventory of the hotel. And Delphi. Delphi is the place where I was doing the cloning, the one which I mentioned before. So Delphi, this system, I was doing all the cloning process for the groups. So this is the three major system software which I learned. Moving on to the next slide, the skills acquired. One of the major skills which I have acquired is analytical and decision making skills. Analyzing is one of the major thing which I have to do. Analyze how the group works and how the contract and everything which I have to analyze, and the decision making, make the decision according to how I analyze the things. That is one of the best skill which I have acquired. Reading and writing. During this hours, I had to deal with the clients through phone and emailing. So this skill, by reading all those things, these skills, I have improved these skills a lot during the conversation between the clients, and increase the ability to learn new things. Basically, when I first started in my internship, the things which I did was completely different and new for me, and this skill helped. This skill which I have acquired is one of the major things which I acquired from my internship. Advanced Excel skill. During my previous studies, I had a experience with these Excel sheets or Excel software, the basic skills. But from this internship, I got an opportunity to work more advanced into the Excel software. And in the personal skill, basically in these skills, I have to communicate with more people, listen to more people, coordinating both together. I have to work according to all these communication and the listening with others. So this skill helped, or I have acquired this skill that helped my job much easier. Moving forward, application of theoretical knowledge units which I have studied. Those are the units which I believe helped me a lot during my internship time. Preparation for professional practice, of course, that helped a lot. How to deal, or what the university is expecting from me, or what I have to expect from my workplace. This unit helped me a lot to get an idea how it will be when I was studying my internship. And cross culture management, this unit helped. As I was expecting in my office, there was almost more than 50% of the employees are from various countries, various attitude, various background. This unit helped a lot for get an idea how to manage with those people. Decision making, of course, as I said before, making a decision was one of the most important thing which I had during my internship hours. That helped me a lot in my workplace. Organizational behavior, how to behave with others, what are the behavioral changes. As I said, this helped a lot. International marketing. In the marketing, the area which I think is best for my internship work or internship, what the job which I did is a segmentation. We had a lot of segmentation in the, even if it is a group, we had a lot of segmentation in that part, so that helped me a lot. Going forward, reflection on my graduate attributes, theoretical applications. The real life experience has got a lot of importance when we compare our theoretical knowledge, or we have the background of our theoretical knowledge helped a lot in your real life experience. Communication with others. As I said before, I had to communicate a lot with even with the team members, clients, and everyone. So communication was one of the important things. Teamwork. We worked as a team. That helped me a lot to improve my task or the job which I was assigned. Decision making, positive approach of the responsibility. I always keep a positive approach on what job or whatever it is. the job which I got, I put a positive approach on that, which I got a result with a positive result. Strength and weakness. Okay, here we go. The ability to learn things quickly, the ability to adapt new surroundings, build relationship with others at work, high concentration for a better accuracy. That's a strength which I think I have acquired. And moving to this weakness, of course, lack of professional work experience. As I'm a beginner in this field, this lack of a professional work experience create a bit stressful during the workplace and work time. Lack of lack of instant Excel knowledge, lack of business knowledge. These are the weaknesses which I think I had during my internship time. So here we go, the conclusion. In this conclusion, I would thank to my university, Charles Darwin University, to give me an opportunity, such a great opportunity to work with Hilton during my study time. And great opportunity, as I said, that's a great opportunity which I had. Strengthen my business knowledge. As in a real life experience, I have strengthened my knowledge in the business, enhancing my confidence. To this exposure which I got and really enhanced my confidence, stepping stone for my future career. I'm completely confident that this will be a stepping stone for me in my future life. That's a reference. So overall, thank you so much for listening to the video and my presentation. Thank you so much for everything.